Master follow-up. So the act of follow-up is, basically keeping your communication timeline open. It's important that you master how to follow up and the channels for follow-up. Now, the CRM is a very good way to follow up. Follow up gives you opportunity to win a lead. Opportunity to win a lead. Over the weekend, I attended what I call, let's see, housewarming party. I had shared about doing housewarming party with you guys a lot. So one of my clients, I encouraged him to host a housewarming party. That party was so full. They had over 70 people in that house. And it was just amazing that, of course, they introduced me and I gave all the cards I came with finished. I ended up getting four clients from there, two sellers and two buyers who I'm working with right now. And they're moving from Philly, one is coming from Jersey, and they're selling and they're buying. So that's exciting. Housewarming parties are always good. And then I anticipate more because more people told me they'll be giving me a call. So it was great just walking out of there. And one of them is a great investor who buys a lot. And he's super excited on actually some of my active listings to add to his portfolio. So act of follow-up. So that's me following up on that client. And I didn't just show up empty-handed to that event. Of course, when I told them to plan it, I told them I'm going to bring them a big pan of jollof rice and I'm going to bring them a big pan of what's it called? This Jamaican God, I'm trying to remember it. It's jerk chicken. So I actually ordered jerk chicken and a pan of jollof. So that cost me the jerk chicken itself was about $180 and the jollof rice was about $120. And that's it. That's all I had to pay. And they were so happy. Everybody loved the jerk chicken. I mean, I bought it from the Jamaican guy by Walmart in Dover. He makes the best jerk chicken ever. And he made that and it's just awesome. And then the jollof rice like was catered as well. But it's like everybody loved the jerk chicken, loved the jollof rice, and that was the whole story of the day. But the point is how that generated a lot of leads and I was able to follow up all these people. Follow up is very important because, when you follow up, you get leads. After a sale, ask for referral. After a sale, ask for referral. I have a closing on the 15th. Nasi, she is working with what's his name, David Brown. She got the $15,000 Keys grant, and she was one of the people at the event. And she got the $15,000 Keys grant from the federal government. David Brown was able to make that happen. She's closing on the 15th and she's a VA. My excitement about that is off the hook because that lead came from another buyer that closed, those people closed early March. And yes, early March. And that one that closed, the Nadej family, they are referrals from a networking that I had attended, and I met a realtor. Yes, 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 yes. It's a chain, and I'm just going to share experiences today. And that's working that I met a realtor who is based in Maryland, and we connected very well. And since then, we kept touch on Facebook. I'm always intentionally commenting on his posts because I have so many people that inspire me. I stay inspired. I have no atom of jealousy or envy in me. No, envy and jealousy is nothing but witchcraft. So if you catch yourself being mad that somebody is making better sales than you have become a witch and you need deliverance. So you need to cast that spirit out of you. You cannot be jealous and envious of somebody's success. You are in your lane, they're in their lane. So this agent, I love this guy, man. This guy sells houses as much as I do. He's all over Maryland. He's on billboards. He inspires me so much. Yes, incredibly. Now, the beautiful thing is he sends me a lot of clients. He since we connected and I kept our relationship by constantly following up with him on WhatsApp status. A lot of you don't know the miracle of WhatsApp status. I can't say enough about your networking. Some of you think social media is a place where you come to show off and play. You are missing a lot of dollars if you're going to social media to play. That's not where you play. That's where you do business. Every post needs to be very intentional. It doesn't have to be very formal, but you need to be very intentional with your post. And also comment on people. Some of you, it's so hard for you to comment on your fellow team's post. I see Michelle post and none of y'all will comment on her post. She's making great effort. You cannot make a video and somebody made a video. You can't even comment. Come on. So how do you want to succeed when you don't know how to support other people? Make sense? So I've said this over and over again. Practice commenting on your fellow agent stuff. Practice it. Make it a norm. If I post stuff, comment. It also helps your algorithm. You don't have to be selfish and say, oh, well, it's not me. I'm not going to comment. But let me blow your mind. If you don't comment on people's stuff, nobody's going to be seeing your stuff. That's how Facebook works. Facebook works and Instagram works. So if you realize that if you don't comment on people's stuff, after a while, you're no longer going to see them. You'll be wondering, oh, I haven't seen this person in a while. They're there. And you go to their page and you find out they're still there, but you're not seeing what they're posting. It's because you're not keeping your sphere of influence. So I intentionally comment on people's stuff, people that I want to keep seeing their stuff. So when you comment, when they post again, Facebook will bring it up. And when you post, Facebook would also show you their stuff. So you're not getting likes and comment because you don't know how to engage. And when people comment on your stuff, be grateful, respond. Say, oh my God, thank you for your kind words. Thank you. I mean, just make it interactive, like engage. That's follow up. So back to that chain I was explaining to you. So this guy and that realtor that I met him through another realtor who just because I'm Nigerian and the realtor is actually from Delaware. And the realtor was like, "Oh, I know this realtor guy is from your country." I was like, "Oh." And then we just met casually and we just, laughed and we just connected and that's it. But I kept following up because I went to his profile and was blown away. And so every time he posts, I would comment on Instagram, on Facebook, on WhatsApp status. You keep wasting. How many of you all have WhatsApp? You're wasting your WhatsApp. Oh, I cannot tell you enough how many leads I get from my WhatsApp status. I entertain people on my WhatsApp. If you keep track of my WhatsApp, you will have fun because all my gym exercises are there, the food I'm eating while I post, sold, my marketing. I put listings on my WhatsApp status and I get inboxes, buyers inbox me. People, so you're constantly in the minds of people. Facebook stories. The stories sometimes get more visibility than even your posts that you posted. So always update your stories and learn to get into people's inbox and comment on their stories too. Follow up. Now, that guy I met through another realtor that's from Delaware. We bonded. I went through his page. I fell in love with it. I kept commenting. And you know what they say? Out of sight is what?
Out of mind.
Good. There you go. So I was always on his mind and he was sent. So that's how he sent me Nadesh family. And he did a referral 35%. And those people ended up buying a home 460,000. Then those same people now referred me to Natsy, who bought a home, who's buying a home from his job. Guess what? So when he bought a home, he told everybody on his job. And actually, this guy, I got about 6 calls. He gave my number to so many people. Now, those ones are still in the pipeline, but Nadej will be closing on the 15th. Nadesh is so not Nadesh, Nati. Nati is so excited, and I told her we're gonna do a housewarming party. It's all of me, 1 pound of jollof and 1 pound of oxtail or uh,
Mm.
what is that thing? I know you're gonna say oxtail lover. 1 pot of oxtail or jerk chicken, all on me. And she was like, yes, let's do it. But you got to realize that I said, listen, she said, how do I plan it? I said, it's just easy. Anybody that comes to your mind that you love, that you think will celebrate you, invite them that day and tell them not to eat, just to come to your house. And people just sit down. There's really nothing, just music playing. They sit down and they just chit chat, make it a network. And the one I went on Saturday, oh my God, that lady is so classy. All kinds of food was there, and it was just a networking. It was like this group 3, 4, 5, and she had the whole thing set up outside as well. And like you had the seats, like the men all sat, and they were all. It was more of like a family reunion, friends reunion, and networking. And what did I do? I said hi. I went to this group. I'm like, hi, I'm Jemimah Chuks. I sold the house to them. They're like, oh, you did? I'm like, yep, I'm the realtor that sold the house to them. So I helped them find this home. And they're like, oh my God, the home is beautiful. You have a card? I'm like, absolutely. Here's my card. And they're like, oh, I'm trying to move to this. I'm trying to this. And then one grumpy old lady, when I got to her group, she was like, I already have a realtor and I'm under contract. Her name is Octavia Samuels. Oh, she's my girl. I was like, geez. And I said, absolutely, Octavia. She is my home girl. So, as I love her, she is incredible. Yes, she's now Octavia Samuels. And she was like, oh, you know her very well. Like, yep, she got married 2 years ago. And she's now Octavia Samuels, no longer Adams. So I know the lady. And then, I was able to engage and, she just wanted to mess up my whole flow that day by telling me she doesn't need my services. But I was able to like, put her in her place nicely and we bonded. But it's exciting, it's exciting to network and follow up. I have sellers that have closed on a house and it's just a text message. Follow up is text message. Follow up is a phone call. If you know you'll forget, I'll tell you one thing I do. This is why I love Samsung more than Apple. I don't know if Apple does it, but I love my Samsung. So Samsung has a way where you can schedule a text. Now, listen to this very carefully. Follow up is important. So sometimes at nights, I might be up at 10 and 11. I feel like it's inappropriate to text a client that time, even though the client may not mind, but then you're opening a very unprofessional channel where they can call you. They think it's okay to call you at that time. Make sense? So
Mm.
what I do is just so I don't forget, I type the text and then schedule it to deliver as early as 8 a.m. or whatever time that I wanted to deliver. So they get the text the next day at that time, and then they respond. Make sense? So if you know that you want to follow up on this client and this client is not ready, put a reminder, even if it's with the lender, somebody's trying to get approved, put a reminder. What is this? That's Williams property, Realtor property. Hold on, guys, one moment. Hi, it's Jemima. Good. Can I, yeah, can I call you right back after my meeting? I'm in a meeting with the team. I'll call you right back. Okay, thank you. So schedule your text messages. Oh, by the way, I'm speaking at an event tomorrow. It's called Property Sisters. And I met these people at another event. and where I spoke, and I've been networking with the agents, and I never heard about Property Sisters before. They reached out to me. They were so inspired by me speaking at that event, and they want me to come speak at their Property Sisters. I'm excited about it because it's out of state, and I don't know who I'm gonna meet there that might give me another referral. Makes sense? To
Mm-hmm.
grow your influence. It's good to attend event. Anyway, back to text messages. So you schedule it. I do this. So that's why I'm sharing. You schedule your text is important. You schedule the lender. Maybe a buyer wants to get approved, and you match them with Cassidy or with Amanda. Amanda is awesome. She communicates very well. So you guys need to load her up with deals. She's better than Randy in her communication. I know Randy can be annoying. He doesn't pick up his phone on time and all that stuff because he's overwhelmed. But Amanda has people to attend to us. Okay, guys? So you schedule it to follow up with Amanda. You could schedule 1 year. You could schedule 3 months, and you schedule that text, it will deliver, and then the person will respond. And then you go back before you respond to catch up with what you had texted, so that way you're not talking like, excuse me, what are you talking about? Because you had sent it
Mm-hmm.
like 3 months ago. Makes sense? So I do that.
Mm-hmm.
So before, see, like when she called me, this is one of the admin of Property Sisters, the organizers. I have her name saved, but I couldn't refresh my brain while she called. I quickly went to my text messages so I could catch up. Like, oh, I know who she is, you know? So things like that, because at a point you're gonna grow where things will begin to muffle, what's the right word? Mash up in your head. So you have to help yourself. You're not growing old. You're just, it's a lot of information. You just need to restructure, rearrange. Any questions so far? Now, text message, follow up. When you sell a house, you follow up, send a nice text. How is everything going? Are you guys all moved in? Give them time. I'm working on gifts. There's an agent that's going to be joining our team, Bridget. Bridget, I met with her on Monday. She wowed me. Bridget has a gift. Bridget puts together the most beautiful gifts for clients, and she will customize it with your name and all that stuff, and it's very affordable. So I'm praying she ends up joining because she has two transactions she's trying to finish up in her mom and pop brokerage from Philly, and she's licensed in Philly, Pennsylvania. So we'll have another Philly agent for some of you that needs more Philly agents that is very versatile and available to show houses. Bridget is very hungry and she's aggressive. So she's ready to show houses and work with you on referral basis as well. Now, bridge those gifts, they make a whole lot of sense. I'm trying out different type of gifts. There's one I'm ordering. Once I receive it, I'll talk about it. Those are way to follow up. Send a soft text. Did you move in? Do not collect your check and just vanish. Don't do that. It's if you got in this business just to make money, you should change your mindset. And know that if you really want to last in this business, you have to keep relationship, okay? So check on them like after the closing, find out when they're moving. A week later, hi, Miss Valerie, how are you doing? You just crossed my mind. Are you guys already moved in? How is everything going? Do you need anything? Meanwhile, me and Clinton, we're going to put together vendor lists. We should have that ready before the end of the week. That vendor list I will make available to everybody. So when you do a follow-up text, you can now send them the vendor list. So if you need resources, here is a cleaner. The cleaner is very good and she's affordable. Here is a handyman. Shantae's husband is a contractor. He'll be on our vendor list as well. He's a HVAC guy and he does plumbing. Shantae's husband is awesome with plumbing. Adley's husband is a licensed great contractor that does a lot of repairs. He's awesome. So, and I'll put all that vendor list together and you just provide it. You always have to provide resources to these people. And then, you schedule another 1 month. I know that you're now fully officially moved into your home. How is everything? I hope you're settling in well. You crossed my mind again, and I just want you to know that I'm here for you if you ever need anything. Make sense, guys?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can now ask them. If you have any family or friends, I know that you have family or friends that absolutely love your home and would want a home like this. I want you to know that I'm available to offer the same services to them and to help make their dreams come true. So I appreciate if you can share my number with them. I share their number, I will call them. I will follow up with them. Some things like that. Make sense, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Ask for business. Yes. And some days you could call. Hey, Miss Valerie, how are you today? How's everything? Well, I just wanted to let you know that people like free stuff, right? There's a new grant that just came out. It's called First Front Door. Oh, oh, by the way, what my lady got was First Front Door, not Keys Grant. The Keys Grant is coming. The First Front Door, the one we did, I think that's First Front Door. Yeah, that's the one she got. So the Keys Grant is coming, and I have one, two, three, four, five people that I want to get that for. And Sussex County has $20,000 available. Yes, just so you know. Now, you say, hi, Miss Valerie. I just want you to know that there's a new grant that just came out. I don't know if you have any of your friends or family that you really think they deserve a beautiful home, and maybe the problem is just closing costs, and you think that this grant will be of help to. I can make that happen for them. Guess what? They'll tell you, oh, yes. Yes, yes. I have Dan. Dan said they wanted to move. Oh, do you have Dan's number? Make sense? And they'll give you Dan's number. So these are the things I wanted to share about follow up. So it's important to follow up. When you talk to a lead the first time, start making notes. Create a group chat on WhatsApp and call it maybe prospect leads or call it whatever. Just or you get a note in your phone, whichever is convenient for you, and start sending those leads there. So sometimes because out of sight is out of mind, and uh, you know, you want to go in there and refresh your memory about these leads you talk to if you don't have a CRM, if you're not the type that goes to your CRM very often. Yes, so these are the things I want to share with you guys today about follow up. Follow up, there are different ways of follow up. You can send mailers to, but the ways I'm talking about is more of communication. A little love card is Mother's Day. You can send a Mother's Day for the females that have children. Please be sensitive. The ones that don't have children, you don't want to send them Happy Mother's Day because they're going to feel bad. So you want to send, Happy Mother's Day, or just you can send cards to them. I don't send cards. It's not, again, there's so many ways, so you choose what works for you. A text message and a phone call works. I have a magazine that I pay so much money. It costs me almost, shoot, $1,500 quarterly to send out those magazines. So to me, that's what I'm doing. So I can't be doing that and then sending cards. So my past clients receive those magazines, though they're very expensive, but I get pictures and calls and that they have my magazine. It just arrived and they just love it in their house. And a lot of them, it's like a cooking recipe and they love all the recipes that it gives. So find your niche, find which follow-up strategy works for you. Now, for the cost-effective follow-up strategy is the text messages. Send a love text, a nice text. Be kind. Be kind and professional. Okay, so you follow up. When you talk to a lead the first time, it's important that you follow up one more time, at least 7 times before you lose track of that lead. Now, when you follow up, ask for business. Even when your client is under contract, they will give you referrals. They will give you referrals. Okay? Any questions? Any questions or contributions? Time for contribution, guys.
So I like that schedule a text. I do not know if my Apple iPhone does it, but I'm thinking maybe Siri would do it. So I'm going to try it.
Okay. Yeah, that would work too. Whichever one works for you, follow up. If you've sold up to six, seven houses, each lead closing should give you minimum of three
Hmm.
referrals if you did a good job.
Hmm.
And that's why it's important not to focus on just the money that you're making. No, and to focus on building relationship with those people, reaching back out to them, being a resource to all of them. That's where they come back to you. I just got a listing Monday as I was in closing. I got that listing. I rushed to the place. Actually, it was in Monday, Friday. It was on Friday. So I got there and they bought this house 5 years ago. And of course, every seller has a price in mind. So I didn't argue with them. But surprisingly, I'm like, who was the agent that sold it to you? They said her name and it happened to be somebody I know. But I was surprised they didn't call her back. I was like, huh, I'm surprised you didn't call her back. Well, they said they did actually. They did reach out to her a couple times and she came to the house that they just didn't like what she said to them. They just didn't like this. And, she never, after she sold the house, they never heard from her again and no follow-up. According to them, no cards, nothing. And they just decided to check up because they didn't know what to do. They decided to call her again and she came, but they just felt the way she talked to them, they just felt like, no, it's not okay, that they were going to get the same vibe all through the process. And they decided to find another realtor and they drove out of their streets. My sign was there for a listing I had on, front of their neighborhood, another property. And they called my number. And she said, I was surprised as soon as I called you, you answered. And they're like, wow, we had to call our agent for 3 days before she got back to us. But you answered your phone so fast. And I say, yes, I'm big on answering my phone. And these people signed my listing docs right there. Uh-huh. And they told me that, when I said 3%, they said, well, we don't have a problem paying you 3% after your presentation. But the other agent said she was willing to take 2%. I said, I'm a 3% agent and told them all that I offer. And the next day we came, me and one came and did the photos and they saw the drone, they saw everything. They saw me doing video and they were surprised. They were like, yes, you're really worth it. I'm like, yep.
Hmm.
Mhm. So it's the follow-up. That agent lost the listing due to lack of follow-up. So these clients are human beings, and some of them are annoying. Um, the seller, that one of my sellers last week actually gave me three leads. One seller I'm working with right now and two buyers. So while you're on the contract and you're doing a good job, ask for business. Ask for business. Okay, guys?
Hmm.
All right. That's the end of our class today. If you guys don't have any questions, that'll be the end of it. If you have questions, I'll be happy to answer. As minute as it sounds, I want you to internalize this and begin to do it. These are things that I'm doing and it's working for me. Okay? So you put some energy and it will make it work. All right, guys?
I have a, well, it's not a question. I just wanted to run Wally and I's situation by you, but if if you'd rather me call you, then
I'm listening. What's going on? Oh, okay.
I don't know if Wally's on here, but it's just the seller that we have in PA. So, like from the beginning, they're just not, how can I put it? They are kind of resistant to everything we, try to do for them, or
The
they,
sellers or the buyers?
the sellers.
Okay.
She has particular type of people that she wants to sell to. If she don't think you know, she makes it hard for us. Like Wally had to beg her to do the open houses that he's done, and she's just not. She doesn't make it easy to get the house sold. So it's like, what do we do in that situation? Because I don't know if Wally, are you on here?
No, he's not.
Um, so I don't know. Remember we suggested a certain price when I did the comps for it, and she wanted to go above that. So we went above that, and everybody who comes in say it's priced way too high. We did ask her, suggest that she lower it a little. She only wanted to lower it like $5,000, and obviously it's just going to sit.
Well, let her sit.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Let her sit. You don't worry about sellers like that. You've had conversations with her, you just let her sit.
Hmm.
And then
Hmm.
you let Wally send a written email.
Okay.
That's mm-hmm.
All right.
Send an email just so tomorrow they don't say you guys didn't. So every conversation, it won't be you, it'll be Wally. So you'd have him send that email. I
Hmm.
just reiterate, we've done this, we asked for this, and you said this.
Hmm.
Whatever recommendation you have, send an email first, and then you call them and discuss it. Send
Okay.
an email first, and then you call them and discuss it. Yeah, if they
Okay.
have their price and they're sticking to it, that's fine. You sit there till it expires. You wouldn't worry about it. Or
Okay.
until they want to cancel and you'd be happy to cancel them.
That's what I think she's gonna, because she told one of the agent that came yet not yesterday, the other day. um the agent called us and was like, I there she's just rude. She doesn't want to sell her house. She told us not to come back. Then when Wally called her, she's like, I told them not to come back, and they
Mm.
probably just going to try and fix this house up. And I'm like,
Oh, wow.
yeah, she's not. She has seven cats and two dogs. So she gets really, really upset like when anybody try to come over, and her son is always home, sleep in the bed when people are trying to look at the house. It's just so difficult.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't let her yell at you, let yell on you. If she doesn't want to show her house. I mean, if you guys are tired, just cancel the listing. Let her find another agent to deal with. Or you just let the listing sit there.
Okay.
You see
I'll
what
have
I'm
them
saying?
do the email first though, what we recommended and what.
Exactly. And just let it sit. You might get an offer.
Right.
Yeah. Hold on. I need to call this agent. Said he's sitting in my house. The appointment was not confirmed. So why are you sitting there? I don't understand. Hello? This is Jemimah. Sorry, I'm in a meeting, but I'm looking at showing time. Your appointment was not confirmed, and I didn't. At one. Yes. For some reason, though, it started asking for feedback. So I'm like, well, maybe. Oh, it's automated. Maybe it's missed something, even though I didn't. It never got confirmed. No, it's showing time. They automatically set that up, to ask for feedback. Yeah. You could put the person approves the showing. Yeah, you could put in there that you never showed and it was never confirmed, so sellers will see that. I did do that, but no big deal. We're here. Maybe I'll try to schedule us again for tomorrow. See what happens. Okay, sure. All right, thanks. Bye. All right, guys. Don't worry about that, Miss
Mm.
Chantal. Just
Okay.
move on. If they want to cancel, they cancel. But don't if they don't want to allow showing. I had a seller in Dover, the lady that you did open house. She wanted 390, though I felt it was a little high, but her house is very beautiful. So I think
Hmm.
it's worth that 390. She put a lot of money to it, and she wants things done her way, and I didn't sweat it. So I knew the right buyer will come. So
Okay.
I don't worry about the house. So praise God, yesterday we got an offer, full asking price.
Oh, nice.
So I've learned some sellers, if you argue with them, they fire you. So sometimes you let it sit
Mm-hmm.
and do what they want, and the right buyer will come through the doors. Yeah, so when I prayed about that house and I got an offer from a very awesome agent I've worked with before. And so today we ratified this morning and I went to her house and she told me she wants to see, she has 5 houses lined up she wants to see. And we went to the first one, she loved it, and she told me to write an offer. So patience.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm ending up with two of them, finding her house and selling her house by God's grace.
Right.
So it's just sometimes it's patience. You just let it sit there. I have Lisa Casey Loop. That's the one the guy is standing. It's the same thing I'm dealing with there. Um, and they want to cancel. I'll tell them I'll cancel. I'll take it off the market.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. And just keep it moving and focus on the future, focus on things that are coming, and the ones that want to fall apart, you just don't take it to heart.
Okay.
Any questions so far, guys? All right, that's the end of our meeting. Thank you guys for joining. I'll see you next week.